Right, to provide more analysis, joining us from Loa, Mr. Noman Abu Isa, political analyst, and from Paris by Mr. Majid Boudin, international law professor. We welcome both of you, gentlemen, and let me here start with Mr. Abu Isa. And Mr. Abu Isa, given the firm U.S. red lines that were put against any Hamas rule, what realistic power-sharing model that Egypt can propose that bridge Washington's demands with Hamas' claim for a governance seat?
Yes, greetings first to you and all the listeners. The United States is very interested in moderating a ceasefire and reaching a solution, a permanent solution to this conflict. In the first place, the United States have more challenges elsewhere in the world, in East Asia and Ukraine war, but then it was dragged into having to moderate a escalating situation in the Gaza Strip. And there is the main players. Of course, Egypt is the biggest country neighboring Gaza, and will have a great role into the rebuilding of Gaza, and also will have a role into moderating, being intermediate between Israel and the Gaza people. It has been working with Qatar and Turkey and the United States to reach the ceasefire. So Egypt is the biggest Arab country, has the most trusted, from the Palestinians themselves. I mean, they look at Egypt as their big brother next door to them, and it will have a great role to play with Hamas.
Yes,
and
but this
without
time,
Hamas.
this time I'm speaking because there is a Palestinian factions meeting that is taking place today. So from your point of view, how to ensure that the U.S. red lines that were put against the backdrop of a Palestinian model for governance that should be put, and that will be proposed by Egypt. What realistic model are we speaking about here?
The realistic model is that the Palestinian people are one of the most educated people in the Middle East, and they can rule themselves. The transition to that kind of model will take some agents. Those agents are Western pro-Israel, and also should be Arabs pro-Palestine. And Egypt is the neighboring country who can work on behalf of the Palestinian people to reach a model where the Palestinian people can rule themselves. And there will be a transition time.
Yes, Mr. Noman, what I'm speaking about here is not about the Palestinian people ability to rule themselves, but we're speaking here against the backdrop of the rivalry between the Palestinian factions themselves and their ability to accept a model that would ensure, yes, everybody taking his role, but at the same time that could go in parallel with the U.S. red lines and demands for no rule of Hamas.
Yes, Hamas and many other factions have met with all the Palestinian factions in China a while ago, and they agreed in a power-sharing structure for the Palestinian people. However, Israel does not want that unity to be in practice, and they always play a role to divide between the Palestinian people and the Palestinian parties. So that is, I guess, what we see today. There is a rift between Hamas and other Palestinian groups, but then Hamas is also now aware that there is enough international involvement at this point. It's not Hamas alone standing up for Israel, because, for example, the ethnic cleansing failed in the West Bank because of the resistance of the Palestinian people, and also the resistance of the surrounding countries, especially Egypt.